Tuesday edition of the Daily O. I'm Reagan Downs.
And I'm Chance Annis. We're glad you're with us. Breaking news out here at Oklahoma State. Cowboy football head coach Mike Gundy has been fired. Zach Berger joins us from Boone Pickens Stadium with the details. Zach?
Yeah, guys, after 21 years at the helm, the Mike Gundy era is officially over. As he, like you said, he's been fired by Cowboy football. And guys, to put this into perspective, Mike Gundy is OSU football. Over half of his life, 35 of his 58 years of living, has been with OSU. Whether it's as a quarterback, assistant coach, or a head coach, he has lived here, part of Stillwater, and man, his success is like no other. 18 consecutive winning seasons, one of the longest bowl streaks in NCAA history, but it all came crashing down last year. 3-9 season, 0 Big 12 wins, and it continued into this year. A devastating, crushing loss to Oregon, and then the first loss here inside Boone Pickens Stadium against Tulsa since 1951. Players and coaches were told and met at 1 p.m. And an interesting fact, guys, players found out the same way we did via social media. So an interesting fact there, kept very internal until the news broke earlier today. Chad Weiberg, the athletic director, held an emergency press conference just a little bit ago, and he says while Big 12 play is right around the corner and so much season left, he has the support in Stillwater to get Big 12 OSU football to the next level.
And there are people who are committed to winning here. Our donors are committed to winning here and giving us the resources that we need to win here. Our administration is supportive. We have won football games here, and we can win football games here. It's not like I'm going to be talking to candidates about some kind of dream or something that's never happened here before. I'm going to be talking about, continuing the standard that has been established here, and we have the support for that.
So the head coaching search is officially underway, but for now, offensive coordinator Doug Meacham steps in as the interim head coach, dealing with all things on the field, while assistant coach Rob Glass deals with everything off of it. Reporting from Boone Pickens Stadium, Zach Berger, the Daily O. Back to you guys.
Students had many different feelings following the news of Gundy being let go. We went on campus to gauge those reactions.
My jaw dropped. I said, bro, there's no way, because I'm supposed to be walking on for football. So now I can't even train under Mike Gundy, bro. So this is hurting my heart.
Surprise, shock, but I guess kind of a little excited. Something new.
And his big thing was he was able to develop players over years, and he can't really do that anymore when they come in for 1 year and then leave if they're unhappy. So he's a great coach, and he'll get a great job somewhere, but unfortunately here just wasn't his spot anymore.
It's exciting. It's the end of an era. He's been coaching for longer than I've been alive, which is weird. He's done a lot for the university, but we've been struggling, so it's time for something new, a little bit of change. So
I get it, I understand it, but at the same time, it's so sad. He's been the face of not just our football team, but our university for so long, 2 decades. He's all I've known and grown up with being an OSU fan.
It was just his time. He's no longer a man. He's no longer 40.
Oklahoma lawmakers have proposed a bill this week that would require all public colleges and universities in the state to build a Charlie Kirk Memorial Plaza that includes a statue of the late conservative activist. The bill was introduced by State Senators Shane Jett and Diana Prieto, and says that the memorial must be in a prominent area of the main campus of every public college and university in the state. The required statue must feature Charlie Kirk sitting at a table with an empty seat across from him, or alternatively, Kirk and his wife holding their children. According to researchers from Puck, 70% of students surveyed said that they disagreed with Kirk's views. Just 30% said they agreed with what he had to say. Kirk was not from Oklahoma, while his organization, Turning Point USA, is headquartered in Phoenix.
OSU continues to celebrate Land Grant Week with more on-campus events. Today, OSU's agriculture program provided a live demonstration of the Oklahoma Masonet outside of Edmond Low Library. The Masonet is an environmental monitoring network that provides vital live weather data 24/7. The demonstration included an interactive display of instruments that provide crucial weather data. The Masonet is used by citizens, agricultural professionals, weather forecasters, and many more.
The White House has designated one Oklahoma county as a high-intensity drug trafficking area. This week, Rogers County was given the designation by the Office of National Drug Control Policy. This will provide additional law enforcement resources to areas considered to have high-intensity trafficking. Acting Director of the High Intensity Drug Trafficking Areas Program, Victor Avila, said that, quote, these new designations will ensure that these areas get critical resources and support they need to combat drug trafficking organizations. Last year, it was estimated that the program seized $18 billion in illicit substances and cash.
Today was a beautiful day in Stillwater, despite the chances of rain. But what can we expect tonight? Bridget Nye has that in your Weather Center. Bridget?
Thanks, guys. Hey there, Cowboys. Let's check out that Tuesday forecast. Starting out with today's conditions, we're looking at an 86 degrees outside with our winds coming in from the east at 6 miles per hour. Now, with it being the almost end of September, I would have thought it would be a little cooler out, but not today. That's it for me for now. Back to you guys.
Looking forward to it, Bridget. When we return, OSU students were taken aback in time with a modern twist. The Daily O returns right after this.
Computer issue? Meet AB Computers, Stillwater's trusted experts in computer repairs. We understand how important your devices are to you. That's why we offer fast turnaround times, so you're never disconnected for long.
Hello, my name is Roger Smith. I'm the owner of AB Computers here in Stillwater. I offer excellent services for repairs, upgrades, custom build of systems. I do Mac and PC repair. I've got best prices on pretty much everything you can look for.
We service all types of computers, from PCs and gaming rigs to tablets and everything in between. Whatever your tech needs, AB Computers is your one-stop solution. Whether it's a locked screen, a sluggish system, or any other tech trouble, AB Computers has you covered. Visit us at 211 North Perkins Road, Suite number 10, right next to Walmart. Our new location offers easy access and plenty of parking, making it more convenient than ever to get the expert help you need.
Ace in the Bowl salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl salsa is an olive oil-based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten-free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
For students with a bad case of the Mondays, the Student Union Activities Board was there to help shake it off.
The Daily O's Tyler Tripodi was there as students found their groove in silence.
This isn't what a normal disco sounds like. That's because this is the Student Union Activity Board's silent disco.
So silent disco is one of those events where it's like a little disco night, but instead of like listening to music, we have music on our headphones. And with every headphone, there's like 3 stations, and each station has 3 different songs that people can listen to. So if they're like, listen to music, don't like it, they can switch it. And like they all jam out like each different songs.
While it may seem like an odd concept, students like Isabel Carpenter had a blast and say it was a great opportunity to socialize.
Well, I really love having these events to go to, as I can interact with other students that I probably wouldn't because I'm a music major, so I'm stuck at this side of this campus, so I wouldn't meet all of these people if I didn't come here. So
the event was such a success that even Pollard says he had to bust a move.
Earlier, we did like a line dance, and as soon as I heard it, I immediately got into the dance floor and started dancing.
Reporting from the Student Union, Tyler Tripodi, The Daily O.
Yesterday was the first day of fall, but so far the weather isn't seeming any cooler. Bridget Nye is back in the Weather Center with what we can expect over the next few days. Bridget?
Thanks, Chance. Yeah, let's take a look at that radar, Stillwater. Starting off with today, we're going to be seeing that we have some chances of storms in our northeast of Oklahoma, but barely passing Stillwater. As we move forward into Wednesday, we're going to be seeing, again, we're going to have some heavy storms in the corner of our state, but Stillwater isn't seeing any of that. Moving to Thursday, we're seeing some storms up in Stillwater and into the northeast. But again, Stillwater isn't seeing anything. We're just going to be seeing some sunny skies. What to look out for this coming week? We're going to be seeing some possible rain, but like we saw on the radar, really isn't much of anything to come to us. With our warmer temperatures, that is showing with our sun out, and like I said, some bright and sunny skies. That's it from me. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Bridget. We'll be on the lookout. When we return, the U.S. Secret Service has dismantled a massive communication operation. We'll tell you why this was such a big threat.
And the Trump administration's newest health directive. The Daily O returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said it, you know, this isn't it, it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
The U.S. Secret Service has dismantled a major communication network that posed serious threats to national security. Agents discovered over 300 servers and more than 100,000 SIM cards in multiple locations within 35 miles of New York City. That system could have been used to launch attacks that would cripple cell service across the city. Authorities also say that the system could have been used to anonymously send assassination threats to senior officials. They say the operation was well-funded and far-reaching, with ties to criminal networks and possibly foreign groups. Though no arrests have been announced yet, the Secret Service warns that similar dangerous networks may exist in other U.S. cities.
The Trump administration's newest controversy comes after urging pregnant women to avoid Tylenol, saying that acetaminophen use during pregnancy may be linked to autism in children. The administration is pointing to a Harvard study that found a potential association between the two, but the researchers on that study are calling for more research before an official warning is made. Ken Vu, the maker of Tylenol, says that they disagree with the administration and believe that this could cause confusion and health risks for expecting mothers. The announcement was made as part of the administration's commitment to finding the root cause of rising autism rates.
A major change in U.S. immigration policy today. A new one-time $100,000 fee for all new H-1B work visa applications has gone into effect as of September 21st. The H-1B program used by companies from Google to Microsoft to hire highly skilled foreign workers will now come with this steep addition. Employers historically covered visa fees, but this new cost would dramatically shift hiring decisions. Current visa holders and those renewing or changing employer status are not required to pay the new fee. There's still uncertainty over how this will play out in practice, especially for those who travel abroad and then seek to re-enter under pending petitions.
President Donald Trump addressed the United Nations General Assembly for the first time since returning to office and issued a stark critique of the UN, saying the institution is not even coming close to living up to its potential. Trump praised what he had described as his administration's foreign policy achievements, asserted U.S. strength in global affairs, but sharply criticized global institutions. He called on Hamas to immediately release all the hostages it holds, insisted Europe must stop buying oil and energy from Russia, and warned that if peace in Ukraine remains elusive, the U.S. is ready to impose powerful new tariffs. He also condemned what he called green energy and climate change initiatives, labeling them as wasteful and misleading. Trump closed by urging the UN to move beyond speeches and resolutions, demanding action instead of empty words.
The National Hurricane Center is tracking multiple tropical disturbances across the Atlantic, along with Hurricane Gabrielle, which is moving east of Bermuda. One of these storms, located between the Lesser Antilles and the Cabo Verde Islands, now has an 80% chance of developing into a tropical system over the next 7 days. Forecasts suggest environmental conditions may become favorable by Tuesday, possibly leading to a tropical depression mid to late week. Atlantic activity is likely to increase through early October as conditions become more supportive. Historically, 2/3 of Atlantic hurricane activity happens between August 20th and October 10th.
As the losses continue to pile up for Cowboy football, so do the questions. Andrew Dunham shows us what answers we've been given right after this.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Welcome back to the Daily Yo, and welcome into the Sports Corner. I'm Andrew Dunham. Thanks for joining in, everybody. Well, head coach Mike Gundy's tenure at Oklahoma State is officially over, and our very own Landon Patz has what caused his departure.
Gundy era is officially over after 21 years leading Oklahoma State. After winning over 65% of his games for the Pokes, Gundy has gone 374 days without a win over an FBS school. But why is the most successful coach in OSU history being shown the door? His seat began to heat up in 2024 after starting the season 17th in the AP preseason poll, but finishing without a single conference win. A 3-9 finish after expectations of potentially making the college football playoff led to sweeping changes across the coaching staff and team. With only 2 starters returning to the team in 2025 and over 60 new players on roster, Athletic Director Chad Weiberg says he had higher expectations for the team.
I fully expected to beat the University of Tulsa. I expected the results of this season to be different than they've been so far. Again, that goes back to the expectation level that Coach Gundy has set for this program. We have higher expectations than that. So when it just appeared that that was not going to be met, I felt like for the good of the program, it was time to, make this decision.
The program that Gundy built and set the standard for, he couldn't keep up with in the ever-changing world of NIL. His legacy at Oklahoma State will be as one of the greatest Cowboys of all time, but moving into the modern era of college football was too much for Coach Gundy. Landon Pats, the Daily O.
Cowgirls soccer is back in full swing tonight for their exhibition match. Fall ball season starts at Cowgirls Stadium tonight as the Cowgirls are taking on the USA Softball U18 team. Kenny Gajewski and the coaching staff have added 12 new faces this year, including 8 freshmen and 4 transfers. Former Cowgirl Megan Delgadillo is back with the program, this time as a graduate manager. First pitch is set for tonight at 7 here in Stillwater. Switching gears from the diamond to the hardwood, the Big 12 has announced the conference schedule for the upcoming basketball season. After 1-year trial with 20 games, the league returns to its traditional 18-game format. Cowgirls are coming off a successful season, going 25-7. They are starting off conference play at Cincinnati on December 21st and finishing at home against Kansas on February 28th. On the other hand, the Cowboys begin their season at Texas Tech on January 3rd and close it out at home on March 7th versus Houston. They finished last season on a high note, making a run to the NIT quarterfinals. That high note can be credited to the Steve Lutz effect. After finishing his first season with a record of 17-18, he is heading into his second year at OSU feeling more confident.
More comfortable, you're not as rushed, and I think that we've had an opportunity to build a team that probably fits the way I'd like to play a little bit better.
That's all we have from the Sports Corner, but don't go anywhere. 5K in OKC and the Down Syndrome Festival. Chance and Reagan have it right after this.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. I started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, things my grandparents ate,
About fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
Get ready to salute your furry friends. Today is National Dogs in Politics Day. Inspired by Richard Nixon's famous Checkers speech in 1952, National Dogs in Politics Day celebrates the dogs of prominent political figures in America. Since the birth of National Dogs in Politics Day, every presidential administration, minus President Donald Trump, has had a first dog of the United States living in the White House. Personally, my favorite dog in politics is Mayor Max, who is a golden retriever in Idlewild, California. What about you, Reagan?
I'm going to have to go with the mayor of Georgetown, Colorado. He's a really cute little Mountain Bernese dog, so. Anyways. One TV star has made his way back onto the screen. Kennedy Coyle has that and more in your A-List update. Kennedy?
That's right, Chance. Despite ABC bringing back Jimmy Kimmel's late night show, many television stations have decided to cancel airing Kimmel altogether. Kimmel's show was suspended after he made comments about the recent killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. After the comments were made, President Donald Trump suggested that some TV networks should have their licenses revoked for suggesting negative coverage of the White House. Nexstar and Sinclair, two of the largest TV stations, will continue to replace Kimmel's show with regular programming. Disney announced yesterday that Jimmy Kimmel Live will return tonight and be available on all 4 streaming platforms. Lawyers representing
Anyways, we're going to send it right back over to Bridget with the 7-day forecast. Bridget?
Hey there, Stillwater. Let's check out that 7-day forecast before we leave. Starting out with today, we're going to see those sunny skies with some chances of rain tomorrow with our temperature at 76. As we move through the end of the week, we're seeing sunny skies with those 80-degree temperatures peaking up to 92 on Sunday with some clouds rolling in for Monday at 89. That's it for me. Back to you guys.
Excitement is in the air as Oklahoma City gears up for the 31st Annual Down Syndrome Festival, and 5K run is scheduled for this Saturday. Organizers say the event, held at Myriad Botanical Gardens, is both a fundraiser and community reunion for families, friends, or supporters of those with Down syndrome. The festival will kick off at 8 in the morning with the start of both the 5K and 1 mile fun run, followed by the awareness walk and talent show at 9:45. Admission to the festival is free. However, the 5K and fun run both require a $60 registration fee, due before the race for participation. Be sure to head to the Botanical Gardens this weekend for carnival games, food trucks, and more. Well, before we go, let's go back to the Weather Center. Actually, that's a look at today's headlines. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure to check out the Daily O tomorrow and the rest of the week for the latest happening here in Stillwater and across the state. For the Daily O, I'm Chance Annis.
And I'm Reagan Downs. Have a great night, everyone.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.